Hello, hello, there we go. I think that's working. Let's see if that stays working. Yes. Now you can hear me. It's working now. I would turn off your Wi-Fi. This camera's working. All right. I think everyone can hear me now. I'm using a little different of a setup, so I don't know how this headset mic's gonna work. It may chop out. But I've got my chat over here. You should be able to use exclamation mark parts and it'll tell you everything that's going on, or all the parts I'm using. That's what it should do. There's an echo. I think it's because you're hearing the headphones twice. Maybe I'll just use the microphone. I just didn't want to carry it around, but I don't know how to get rid of the echo because I think you're hearing it from the microphone twice. But I don't know why there's going to be an echo. Does that echo work better? Oh, there's no echo? Alright, I think there's no echo. I think this is good. Okay. Because I know in the headphones I can hear myself twice. I thought about going out to buy a new mic, but I didn't want to shell out all the money to build a new mic. I mean, to buy a new mic. So, we've got our case here, which is our Meshify C. We've got our B450 Tomahawks Max 2, our 750 full modular power supply, gold rated, and then our CPU is our 3rd gen processor, a Ryzen 5 3600, not the X version. And then we've got Corsair RAM, 2 by 8 gigabytes. We've got our SSD here and our 2 terabyte hard drive here. And so I've never done this before, so this will be quite an adventure of what's going to happen. But I've got my second camera set up here so you can be able to see everything that goes on here, and I'll switch the views so that you can see down here easier. So hopefully it makes things a little better. But I'm going to have no idea what I'm doing. I have my book here of instructions of how exactly to set all this up. So I think first we're going to prepare the motherboard, if that sounds good with you guys. And then we're going to start connecting all the fans, or I guess we'll remove the side panels first. So let's start with the big fractal. We'll maybe start with the Meshify C design here first. Don't forget, you can use exclamation mark parts if anybody shows up late and I don't see their message and they're asking what parts I'm using. You should be able to just type in exclamation mark parts and it should show up just fine. So I'm going to clear off the table here and we'll get into the build. Ugh. With them all sitting up. Well, I got a video up here. That's fine. Ugh. So you might see Jared go through with his camera set up to do some. I asked him to film some B-roll for me. It should just be exclamation mark parts, not exclamation mark start building. But I don't appreciate the sly comments. So let's see. Do you guys like this view better, or do you like this view better? I can also make myself smaller, and I can change the angles. So just let me know what angles you want to change. But I think that looks good. I might shrink this a little bit so that you can see more of the table here. But again, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna make it smaller. There we go. Maybe not too small. I think that'll be good. So now you can see everything better. So I'm gonna start by taking off this back panel here. I can raise the camera up for you a little bit. This back panel here, I'm going to take off this back panel and then the front panel, but I'm going to start by taking out all the screws in the back here. They should just be hand tightened, but if not, I have some handy dandy screwdrivers here. Alright, so here comes Devin Boone's first ever PC build. maybe if you guys get bored, I'm gonna turn on some music, some lo-fi, some lo-fi music. Yeah, I have a screwdriver. Whoops. Alright, so that's the back panel. I'm just gonna put on the ground. Yep. So now we've got, let's see what's in the back of this. We've got our Mesh by C mini accessories, and then I'll turn this all the way around. I don't know how the lighting is for you guys, but this is where we're just gonna do all of our cable management. But we're gonna take off this front panel now. I'm gonna unscrew these screws here. Just make sure everything's loose, that way you don't have to go back to it. Where did those screws go? Did I already lose 2 screws? Oh, they're still in the case. Yeah, we're not starting off strong. Hashtag rub your feet on the ground. What? So I think these just, yeah, just loosen up with the fingers here. And then I should be able to start setting up the motherboard. I'm gonna wait to do the final peel on this nice, beautiful glass until after I have it all set up and ready to go. Let's make sure I don't drop any screws and lose any screws here. Alright, how does this come out now? There we go. Now we're open. Set you off to the side with your screws so I don't lose them. Alright, I'm gonna grab my water here real quick. Oh, you want me to just static electricity my motherboard? You want me to fry it with some static electricity? Ouch. I have it here on the floor. Yeah. Right now we've got timeouts are from here in the chat. My best friend. They're probably hearing an echo. Can you just push that button on the phantom power supply, the NW10? Yeah, push it. Yeah. What is it doing? I don't know which one's which. Oh wait, this is music, right? Yeah, I think that one's music. Was I blowing your guys' ears off? With some lo-fi music? Alright, I think that should be better now. I think that's the music. It's showing up on my OBS. No echo on Twitch. Yeah, I think it's just music. Is music playing, chat? I think music's playing. Alright, so we've got everything taken off, and let's install the power supply not first, because that's lame. Okay, maybe we'll install the power supply first, just because it says in the instructions, and I'm going to follow the instructions to a T. Alright, so the power supply, we're going to slide it into the back here, into this beautiful section. There we go. Alright, so we're going to install the Cooler Master Gold 750 watt power supply. And first I'm going to pull out my knife and take off the packaging. If you guys think I'm doing anything wrong, you have to let me know. Start with the motherboard, not the power supply. But that's what the instruction says, guys. Fine. If that's what you guys want. We will start with the motherboard. Where is the motherboard? Alright. I'm gonna move this. I found the motherboard. Alright, the MSI 450p Tomahawk Max motherboard. Comes in a beautiful packaging here. Gave us some extra itty bitty screws. We're gonna have a ton of trash. What did they give us? A CD? They gave us a nice CD for a CD driver that we don't have. Mostly like anything that's going into the case specifically. It doesn't matter, whatever's best for a B-roll. Pixel Pat said, it's so nice building your own PC. I did it once. Well, I've never done it before, so this will be exciting. We'll see what happens. You can use exclamation parts to see what my parts list is. I don't feel like repeating it over and over again. But this will be fun, going over every little detail, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So, since you've done it before, you'll be able to correct me when I do things wrong, because I want a computer that works, not a computer that doesn't work. Yeah, you can move the lights however you want. I just didn't know how to set them up. I think there's one light that I didn't set up that's still in the case. But, give me a follow and I'll help you. I'll have to follow you later. I'm not gonna take the time right now to follow because I'm going to enjoy the PC, but I promise I'll follow you afterwards. My computer is way too far away from me, and all I have is mouse and no keyboard. Alright. So if you guys haven't noticed, Jared's going to be walking around taking some B-roll videos. I'm going to make a little Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts that I'm going to put together here. Alright, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Let's see, is there a tear here, or do I just rip? Oh no, neither. Just pull it apart. No, I'm not using that mic. You can move it however you want. It's just like a backup. Because I don't know how long this. Use the motherboard box for putting your motherboard on. You watched what? How was the Snyder Cut? I heard the Justice League Snyder Cut was 4 hours long. Alright, here's our beautiful, gigantic motherboard. I need a box for trash. Alright, I've got my box of trash now. There's so much trash that I gotta keep track of. Alright, it's beautiful. Yeah, you can open them as much as you want. So let's see. You can take your time because I have no idea what I'm doing. I have this user diagram, but who needs user guides? User guides are for the weak. Where's my CPU? There's my CPU. Which spec makes you feel depressed? The fact that I don't have a graphics card? Yes, this build does not come with a graphics card. I was originally going to pull out the GTX 660 that's in my computer currently, but unfortunately when I pulled that out and tried to start streaming, my computer would not work. So I just put the graphics card back in. And so this build's going to have no graphics card until after the stream ends, and then I'm going to put it in. And we'll probably have another stream later tonight where we play some games. So I'm assuming that's the one part that makes you depressed that you were talking about. Alright. Please don't kill anything. Here's our Ryzen 5 3600 CPU with our cooler here. Alright, this is the moment of truth. We're running AMD Ryzen 3600 not X, which comes with a cooler, and the cooler should have thermal paste pre-applied, so I won't have to mess with that. Let's see here. Thermal paste is what? helps your CPU connect to the cooler for better cooling. Here's our cooler. Okay. For some reason I feel like I'm missing the cover to the CPU. But maybe that's a separate piece. I feel like I'm missing something here, guys. Isn't there something that goes on top of the middle piece here? Make sure to take the clear plastic off the heatsink. Line up the arrows on the CPU for the motherboard socket. Yeah, but this should come up, right? I believe this piece comes up. There we go. And then it goes back down. I know that part. I need to stop looking at that. Trash. Yes, that's all trash. You can move it. See, this doesn't... Oh, I was looking at the wrong CPU. Okay, so I've got this piece lifted up here. We're gonna undo this bad boy. I think this is a sticker. Take out the little Ryzen 5 sticker. We've got our CPU, and he said make sure the arrows line up in the corner. So there's one corner that should line up. Okay, I've got it. Here goes the CPU. She dropped right in there. That was perfect. So do I push that piece down? I don't have thermal paste. Push that bad boy down. The thermal paste, it should be pre-applied to this, which it is. I didn't buy any extra thermal paste. Earth your hands by touching the radiator before touching the CPU. What do you mean earth? You mean ground? I'm touching the metal legs of the I don't think there's any plastic on the heatsink. I'm looking at it now and it doesn't look like there is. Which is weird. But I think it had it spaced out in the spacers that it was in. I'm pretty sure there's no plastic on it. Yeah, I don't think there's any plastic. So I'm just gonna drop the CPU cooler in here. Is there a specific way this gotta go in? I think the screws just line up. But I want to do this right. 7. Where's the hinge? Doesn't look right, but I think we're just gonna go in. Just want to make sure this lines up. You can take a video. I'm not gonna set it in just yet. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Because the picture shows there's a lever here, but I don't see a lever on this thing.
This whole thing is in a bag or a box?
This was in a bag. I'm not putting the bag back on it. No. Sorry. You can get a pull out on another one. They screw in. Put the wire in the correct orientation. So the wire goes in this pin. Sorry if my hand was in the way. So I'm pretty sure it's going to go this orientation. Just want to make sure I get it right. I'm nervous, guys. Hello? I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Well, just at least this part. Yeah, it's right here. It says system fan 1. It says system fan. Oh, CPU fan. Yeah. So I just need to line it up with that and put it in. Okay. I told you I just want to make sure this is it. Okay. So do I have to unscrew these screws that are right here? I think I have to. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to, like, there's nothing for it to screw in. There's like nowhere for it to, like. The AMD should be on top. What do you mean by, like, this orientation? With the AMD on top? This is this is the way it goes. The thing is, there's nowhere for it to screw in. I'm pretty sure I gotta unscrew these screws. Or else, yeah, let me pull it out. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I needed to unscrew these screws for this cooler. Oh yeah. Yeah, it says unscrew the screws. Alright. We're gonna unscrew these screws now. We had a short mishap here. And then we're gonna gently tighten in. Can you turn that down? Carefully place the processor heatsink. Gently tighten screws to secure retention hooks. So I think this goes in. Let me make sure I'm doing this right before I do anything. Okay. So I need to unscrew these and take off a backing piece. That's what had me the most confused. There's too many instructions going on. Take all these out. Yeah, I can use this box here to hold all my screws for now. So this should take off the bottom piece underneath it as well. We'll see what happens. Yes, this is looking a lot better. Because these screws are going to line up perfectly with the CPU. How was your drive down here, Jared? Did you drive or did Jenna drive? Nice. I think I can leave the bottom pieces in. Because I think this piece now just screws into it. Alright, so let's check chat. Yeah, I'm not going to take the bottom piece off. Tighten down and cross pattern. Alright. So we're going to put it in this way. Because the motherboard is going to sit in like that. Yeah, okay, so this is right. So all of these screws should line up. This leaves the wire right next to the CPU fan 1. So we should be good. I just want to make sure before I set it all the way down. Something's still off. Okay, it has to go this way. That's the only way the screws line up. It either has to go this orientation or the other one, but I'm going to do this one so that the AMD lines up with the Tomahawk's Max on the motherboard. Okay, we're all lined up. Now we screw in a cross pattern. We'll tighten them all down slowly. But they do have springs in them, so it should be nearly impossible for me to over tighten them to break the motherboard or the CPU. We'll make sure we're getting in there. If you want, you can move the case. Whatever gives you the best video. And then can you also monitor chat for me? Not as important, but... Okay, I'm gonna loosen this back up a little bit. The screw didn't catch. Yeah. It was perfectly square. Yeah, okay, you're good. I'm all caught up. You don't have to watch it all the time, just... Okay. This screw go in. Can't tell if this screw actually went anywhere. This is a delicate process. That's my Windows installer, you can move it. Why is this so difficult? Almost there. Are you laughing? I'll put my leg down and be... I just want to make sure I'm getting all the screws tight just right. I think I finally got all the screws in the holes. I had to loosen some because I accidentally tightened them and then couldn't get the other stuff in. See, look, this one came out. But I think we're good. Good. What the heck is going on? Trust the process. I know what I'm doing. Oh, because the bottom backing pieces keeps pushing down. I'm scared. Alright. It's hot in here. Yeah, don't let Maui up on the table. I just don't want him to, yeah, any static electricity on the board is bad. Yeah. That screw in? Yeah, that screws in. Alright, after I was being scared and I got a call to say push down harder, I think we're good now. The screw should automatically stop me. At least that one did. No, I don't. Come on now. These screws are so small it's hard to see what exactly I'm doing. Does that screw in? No. Guys, I'm bad at this. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're all in. Yes, we're all in this together. Yeah, I'm on Twitch and YouTube. If you're just joining the stream, you can use the !parts to to see the list of components that is in this build, whether you're on Twitch or whether you're on YouTube. Both should work. And as said before, there's unfortunately no graphics card yet. I will pull out my GTX 660 and put it in this build. But I'm going to do that afterwards, and I'll end the stream, and then we'll set up another stream later. Where'd you put the mouse? Okay. CPU fan. Alright, I'm going to plug in the fan into the CPU fan 1, which is so wonderfully marked for me. Yeah. Oops. What did I just knock? Alright, she's plugged in. I'm just gonna tuck this in here. Alright, I think we're good on the CPU now. The fan's in. There's no RGB on the fan, so I don't need to worry about that. Alright, let's go to sticks of RAM. That'll be next. So we've got a 4-slot sticks of RAM, and does anyone in the chat know what order we should put the RAM in? I don't want to have to go through the motherboard user manual. I don't know where it is now that I put it somewhere. You know where did I put the user guide in the trash? I'm looking for the manual. Is it the motherboard? Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's read. We gotta figure out what order the sticks of RAM should go in, because it's 4 slots and I only have 2, so it's either going to go in the 1 position, the 2 position, or the 1 position and the 3 position. I guess it could also be 2 and 4, but we will see. Overview of components. Table of contents, safety, rear I/O panel, components, DIMM slots. I think that's what we need, right? I think it's DIMM. Also, Chad, do I need to do a flash BIOS on the motherboard for this to work? Alright, so memory module recommendation. Okay. Channel A. Okay, so I should be in the 2-slot orientation. I should put it in DIMM 1 or DIMM 1 and 3 is what it should be in. So with the motherboard at the top, we're going to put one in here and one in here. Cool? We good with that? B450 works with your Ryzen CPU. Sweet. Okay. So now we're going to put in our Corsair DDR4 2x8 gigabytes. I bought the white sticks of RAM to match the white case. I think I paid maybe an extra, I don't know, $30? No, not $30. An extra $10 for the white ones versus the black. I assume that people just like it better. Not sure. So we're gonna go in the, oops, drop my water. I can see it for you guys here. Huh? So the RAM's gonna go here and here, but I gotta open them up first. I'm gonna do, well, which one will look better for you? Those two are the ones I'm doing. Open RAM tabs up. Yeah, I did.
This one, do a flyby on this side.
Okay. Wait, look, I'm just making sure I have orientation correct. Okay, you ready? RAM slots going in 3, 2, 1. You can do another one. I want to make sure I'm all lined up before shoving this bad boy in there. All right. RAM stick number 2 going in 3, 2, 1. Hope you guys like my spaceship sounds. Did you get a good video? All right, RAM is in. Next, we're gonna do our M.2 memory, which is right here. So that's ouch, my face. So that'll be our memory slot. I don't know why there's a blue piece of tape here. Oh, I'll take that off later. Yes, SSD next. You read my mind. Or actually, I read your mind, maybe? See, I'm not that dumb. Okay, maybe a little dumb. I'm just a nervous builder, okay? Why do you have my knife? Where on the floor? Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah, okay. We're going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship. Alright, so we bought the WD Blue Western Digital is what it stands for. 500 gigabytes. And so it may look a little unusual here, but it's this is our SSD. It's 500 gigabytes of memory, and it's going to go in the M.2 slot, which is different than where our hard drive is going to be. So it's actually going to screw right here in the motherboard, and it didn't come with a screw. So, let's see. What do you say? Oh, mic's away from the mouth. Okay, the mic's now next to the mouth. So I gotta find the screw for the M.2. Hey Rusty, I hope you liked the video that I did for your science project or for your English teacher. Yeah, Rusty's the one that wanted me to do the atmosphere question, and so I talked about sky lasagna. The screw is on the motherboard. I didn't. It doesn't look like it is. There's no screw on the motherboard. The screw is not already on the motherboard, but it came with 4 little screws. And so I think these are what I need, but I'm gonna take these little screws out first and put them in, and then I'll take it out if it's right. Where is it? So it came with this little baggie of screws. You're welcome, Rusty. I hope that you get an A plus on your project, and I hope that you can use your you can talk about Sky Lasagna in whatever paper you have to write, because I think it's a great comparison. But that's just me. Okay. I don't think the screw is right. Where did these screws come from? Oh, those came from that. I think it might be these. Not those. It didn't come with screws. That's my case. Alright, we're on a mission now. Bye. What? They're over there somewhere, or in the closet. My tennis shoes are in the closet. Okay, we don't have the right screws, guys. Unless this is it. But that screw doesn't go in very far. Just. And these screws are so tiny that I don't think that's what it's for. Let me look at the manual real quick. For the memory slots. Oh, it is a tiny one. Insert your M.2 SSD into the M.2 slot at a 30-degree angle. Secure the M.2 SSD in place with an M.2 screw. Alright, so we have our M.2 screw. It's really tiny. So it should work just fine. It's literally super duper tiny. I don't even know if you can see it in the palm of my hand here. So tiny. Okay. So should go in at a 30-degree angle. Western Digital. Oops, I forgot to take the screw that I put in out. Make sure it's right. Jen, are your allergies okay? Cool. All right, it's in at the 30-degree angle. Do I have tape? Yeah, but you're gonna have to not be able. You won't be able to get to it. Sorry. All right, I've got my handy dandy tiny screwdrivers here. They're little baby screwdrivers, little bitty baby screwdrivers. You'll definitely need these baby screwdrivers in order to screw this in. You have a thought? What's your thought? Yes, I do have itty bitty screwdrivers. Can I hold the screwdriver up to my face like this? What is the point of this? Okay, you have 10 seconds to do the shot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, you're good. This is all in the name of science, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna get this little screw in there. This screw is so tiny. Good. Okay. Literally the tiniest screw ever. And I think I grabbed a screwdriver that was too small, which is what she said. Okay, my hands are so sweaty. I should have had a, no, where's the book?
Don't be rude to the cameraman. Yeah.
I can be rude to him as much as I want. I'm hiring him. He's getting paid for this. Oh, I gotta move this. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, so there's a little, let me move this here. Right here, this piece, I have to unscrew this and then move it back to put it in here. So you can get, I assume you can get sticks that are longer. Here, I'll try it and move this and show you guys. So this stick of RAM right here, it needs a little spacer, and it's going to be this little spacer. So I have to unscrew this spacer and put it into this spot, and then I can screw the baby screwdriver into it, and then we should be good. All right, now that the delay is over, we are going to go. How much is he getting paid? Is it higher than Ed? Ed is making more than Jared.
Hey.
Sorry. Ed is, I need Ed to survive. Without Ed, none of this would be possible. Without Jared, this would still be possible. So, the cameraman is only here for this one stunt for now. But if this starts becoming a profitable business and I stop spending $800+ on a computer, then maybe I'll stop being rude to him and actually pay him a more decent amount. But for now, his payment is $10 an hour, right? Is that what we agreed to?
I don't remember.
Are you gonna upcharge me? Charge me for rudeness? The cameraman's gonna charge me for rudeness. For those of you who don't know, the cameraman is my brother. And he has his own YouTube channel called Lightbulb Films, which has more subscribers than I do. You can find that on YouTube, and you can see me do some wonderful acting in it. Bronger Ball? How much is our acting videos? How many views does our acting videos have? Our acting videos are pretty good, I think. Oh, sorry, guys. What the? Can you fix this? It's so hard because it's so tiny. This is literally the babiest of babies. I'm not sure what I did. You can try. You're in the way now. Can you move it now? I just moved this back. $9.26. That's all that Ed got last year. But this year we've made more. Didn't you watch my business meeting yesterday? I wore my suit. Did you watch my business meeting yesterday? It was funny. I'll post it on YouTube. I'll make some funnier edits. There we go. Baby screw is in. All right, our SSD is in. Our cameraman is slowly doing his camera job. Our cameraman also showed up late, guys. Can you believe it? I hired him to come here at 3 o'clock, and you know when he showed up? 3:15. Late. Like garbage. Garbage. All right, what is left, ladies and gentlemen? I think that's everything that I need to do right now. I think we're good to move on to installing it into the case. Am I right or am I wrong? We've got our power supply, our fans, CPU is installed, CPU is plugged in, RAM is installed, SSD is installed. Everything that's left is the graphics card, which is going to go in this slot right here. If I had two graphics cards, they would go in here. We've got our heatsink, which I can take off. I'll do a little peel. Do you want to video this peel? You can get on this side probably. Yeah, so I'm gonna peel this off. It's gonna go whoosh. I don't know what you did with your leg. Put your HDD into your butt. Put your HHD into your mouth. Put my HDD into my case. Shouldn't I do my motherboard before the hard drive? I think I should do the... No, I think I should put it in after the motherboard. I think that's what makes sense. I mean, I care more about this motherboard than I do that HHD, the HDD. All right, you ready for an epic peel? Wait, maybe I'm gonna put the mic next to it, and so if the mic might be able to pick it up. All right, you ready? You ready for the peel? Are we ready for the peel? All right, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, how'd that peel sound? Peel reported to phonographic material. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. There was some what's it called? ASMR. I hope you guys enjoyed that ASMR. This is definitely a ASMR stream now. We're gonna get all the peels. Oh, this video is gonna look so good. That was a beautiful shot. So I'm gonna, after this live stream, I'm gonna kind of condense everything down that you guys are seeing here, and I'll post it into a YouTube video. What did you say? I don't know. Let's put my screwdrivers away and then I'll pull it up. Okay, what's next? I think somebody else said something. Did that sound too good? Was that peel just way too good? I had 3 little screws, now I have 2. Guys, this is bad. Alright, we're down to 2 baby screws, and they're... I don't think I need more, because I think I'm done screwing in things on the motherboard. Guys, we lost a baby screw, and I guess you can say that I've lost a baby. I've now lost a baby, guys. You can report me to child services for losing my child. Yeah, I'll move that out of the way. I'm gonna move the case up here. Where's my hard drive? Guys, I'm a mess. At least I have my water. Stay hydrated. Autocorrect can go straight to he will. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Beautiful. I grabbed a screwdriver, guys. That's what I was commanded to do. Ryan George. Oops.
Oh wait, are you using that now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I wanted to get a cool shot of you.
Well, hold on.
And setting it down, it's gonna go. It's gonna happen.
Okay. You ready? Dropping the case.
Can you get it from like get behind the table? Do that.
No, there's not enough room. I can like start here.
Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. My cameraman is making so many demands. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. All right, we've pulled the case up. Let's check chat. Chat still thinks autocorrect can go to he will. I don't know who he will is. All right, I'm gonna look in this thing. Where is our hard drive going? What? I can run a poll. I'll run a poll in Twitch chat, and we can see.
What happened to standing up for me?
My cameraman wants to know why you're not standing up for him. Let's see where the hard drive goes. This has me installing my hard drives after the motherboard. Really? So I think I'm going to install the motherboard next. Because this has me installing the power supply first, and then the I/O shield. Oh yeah, I should definitely do the I/O shield before the motherboard. The 8 little screws. I have all the screws. They're in a box that I have not opened on purpose. Install the motherboard assembly, and then connect the cables for the front I/O and the fans, and then install the graphics card drivers and the 2.5-inch drives. Which that's what the hard drive is, a 2.5-inch drive, right? Oh, it's a 3.5-inch drive. It's behind where the motherboard goes. Make sure the standoffs are in the case already. The standoffs, there's one. So standoffs is what keeps the motherboard off the back of the case. I only see one. Okay, I'm gonna drop this down for you guys. We'll make this prettier here. I'm gonna slowly move to this side, I think. Because you guys won't be able to see in. Can you maybe set this up so they can see inside?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do the motherboard next. Let me make sure the standoffs are in. So the standoffs are not in yet. I'll get the box. You can unplug it maybe, or move it. You can adjust the camera if you want, but I definitely want them to be able to see inside. There's no reason for them to be watching me build a computer if they can't see me build a computer. All right, so we've got, there's our standoffs. We've got a wipe. We've got a bunch of little screws, a bunch of bigger screws, and then here's our standoffs. There are gold-plated, I think, pieces. And it should come with one bigger screw, which it does. What'd you say? So you need standoffs in order to keep the motherboard, since it's all circuitry. If it's touching the back metal of this, it'll short out your board. I think. Timeouts for beer, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's what the plan is. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. The monitor's like weirdly green. Yeah, I don't know why the screen is green. Line the standoffs with your motherboard holes. So it tells me which motherboard I'm in. It also gave me some nice zip ties so I can do some cable management afterwards, which will be nice. There's screws. So let me set this up here. All right, so this is gonna go Yeah, no, right now. I'm just making sure I've lined it up right. No. Because I have to install the standoffs on it. All right. Oops. So I lined up the motherboard with the case. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes in the motherboard. 4, 5, 6, 7, and they all lined up. Let me check this again. I don't know if you guys. So what I'm doing right now is lining up this motherboard in there with the holes. What'd you say? What did you say? Okay, so there you go. That's what the point of the standoffs are. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with the wire on this fan. I think I'm gonna hold it out for now. But I think before I install the motherboard, well, I can do the spacers now. So I'm gonna be installing the spacers for the motherboard now. I don't need the screw. Yeah, so it's gonna raise the motherboard off the back of the case here. 1, 2, yeah, so they all line up. Should be good. Welcome to the production set, Mr. Turner. Well, we've got a community here to support. There's a tool that came with the standoffs for it. I didn't get a tool with the standoffs for whatever you're talking about. I don't know. I don't need anything.
Just so happens my computer case with all my goodies, the standoff screws and everything is all in the truck. Right
It's the black socket thing. Oh, you're right. I do have it. Yes, I got it. I got it. Let me line this up again because I see it as an extra screw that I don't know where it came from. I got a Ryzen 3 or Ryzen 5 3600 and then a B450 Tomahawk Max motherboard. What am I doing? And then I got 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of RAM and hard drives.
SSD or what?
One SSD, 500 gigabytes, and then we got a terabyte or 2 terabytes. What does chat say? Everyone, you can say hi to Mr. Turner. It's under your foot, but look at my chat as they said anything. There's only 2. May want to put in the front fan first. Actually, that's a good idea. Let me put in these set screws and then I'll put in the fan. Where's this one hole? Doesn't have a little spot. Because I lined it up, but I think I might have to punch out one of these holes. I think I gotta punch this hole out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to punch these holes out. There's little holes in here that haven't been punched through yet. You have fans. You remember? So. So I'm gonna pop out that hole, that hole. I think there's also some. Yes. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. All right, I don't know how to pop those out. I think I might have to stand it up and push them out. So there's little holes in here that are blocking where the pop-up screws go. Or maybe they're not pop. I think it was just playing a trick on me. I don't know what you guys can see. So there's little holes right here where they all go in. And then after I screw in these holes, I'm going to put in the fan. Yeah, I know, not every hole. My fingers are so sweaty. Where's the tool? losing my mind. So I'm just screwing in the last 3 pop-up screws, and then I'll tighten them up, and then we'll move on to the next part. And I'll install the front-facing fans, and then I'll put in the motherboard, I think, is what'll be next. Because I think it's going to be easier to do the fans now, and then work with the motherboard later. Alright, all of the set screws are in now. I don't know, you guys probably can't see them. They're just these little gold pieces in here, right here. There's 7 of them. And so I'm just going to use this little black tool and tighten them up. Make sure they're all in nice and tight. 1 down. There's 2. I lost my cameraman and the guy reading my chat. So if you guys are saying anything, I have no idea what you're saying. But it looks like you guys are getting a nice angle of my booty. It goes well with the nice, beautiful peel that you guys got earlier. You had to get the sound first, and then you got the visuals later. Anybody in chat say anything? All right. Set screw issues are now done. I'm tightening up these little set screws or spacers.
What holds it up?
Yep.
You have it lined up so you know which ones to put in.
Yep. Because not every hole gets used, because not every motherboard is the same. All right, so no, so the case came with 2 fans, but in order to get the best usage of fans, I bought another one. It's like a $16 fan, and it was just pure Quiet Wings 2. If you look on PC Parts, it's like the cheapest like front-facing fan that you can get. Are you getting an opening? Okay. Wait. All right, I got it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So it's just a 120 millimeter fan. Came with 4 screws. And what I need to know whether I should put it in the top spot. So whether I should put it in. Where's my fans? Oh, I got misdirectioned here. So I don't know whether oh, it looks like I'm only have room to put it here. So I could also put it down, but I'd have to put it in front of the base plate. So this is where like my power supply is. In order for me to put a fan in there, I have to like take it off and put it in the front. So I'm just going to put it up in this top spot, and I'm going to line it up the same way this one is. Hey, my lights. So I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to make it flush with this one. But I'm going to have to take off the front plate in order to screw this in. So, actually then if I have to take off the front plate to screw that fan in, it's not going to be an issue. Because the issue would be if I have to reach in from the side to go this way. But instead I'm going to be coming out from this angle. So I think I'm going to install the motherboard first. Top spot, you're right. But I think I'm going to do the motherboard first. And then I'm going to stand it up. Because I'd have to take off this front panel. And I don't know how to do that without looking at the thing here. Let's see if it tells me. Optional steps, remove the shroud plate. Alright, let's just do that now. Let's just uninstall the fan while we have it out. Alright, so we're going to be careful with the front panels to make sure they don't break off. I'm going to move this for you guys here. So I'm going to take off this front panel in order to put in our nice beautiful fan in this front. And we're going to just leave the motherboard where it's at. I think it's fine over here. So we're going to take off that front panel. Huh? No, it's not. I don't think so. Or maybe it is fractal design. Okay, according to popular belief, I should take off this motherboard from the table so don't knock it off. Which, I mean, I paid over hundreds of dollars, so I guess I should be careful with it. So I think this plate's gonna come off, so I need to turn it on its side. Well, it's coming back up, and then I'm gonna take off that top plate. So it looks like I have to take off this bottom thing according to the directions. This should just slide. See ya. Thank you. Bye. Ouch. So we took off this is just a dust filter. And so I'm going to set the dust filter off to the side. And this is in order to get to the front panel, which should then, ouch, should then just come off. I don't think there's any screws holding it in. But I don't want to push too hard. But I'm going to take this front panel off here, and I'm going to make sure I don't mess with any of the buttons, because that would be bad. So maybe I'll unplug them. I don't know if I can unplug them. Air plastic clips. So we're gonna unclip it here. What? So there's little clips in the bottom of it here. I have to push these clips in order for me to push the case out. Which maybe I can just use my fingers for. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me look at the instructions again. Oh no, there's just clips all the way along the side. Huh? Yeah, it looks like I just pop it all off. Alright, we're gonna lift this up. What am I on? Okay. Also, did we lose our music? Hold on, guys. No, no, no. I'm looking on my watch. I see your messages. Just black mesh. Just the black mesh comes off? Is that what you're saying? Only the black mesh. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys lost your music here. I don't think only the black mesh comes off. According to this picture, the black mesh, all of this comes off. It looks like it just pops off. In order to get to the fan. You're watching it. Well, if you're watching the video, you gotta tell me where it goes. Or how do I get the black mesh to just come off? From the bottom? Do I just pull the black mesh off from the bottom? Or do I use a screwdriver? Do I use a flathead screwdriver? I think maybe I just use a flathead screwdriver to take that off. Yes, from the bottom. Okay. All this work for a simple fan. No hands. No, hands only. Okay. I'm putting it outside. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this top piece comes off. Oh, this top piece. Is it just a magnet? Hands. I'm using my hands. From the bottom. Oh yeah, I guess I can. It says push from the bottom though. Oh, I see. I can see the flex. I'm scared. If I break this, you owe me a new case. I see plastic clips on this black mesh. Are you sure this is how this is done? Are you sure? I think I used a screw. see where he's talking about. There's like a little lip here at the bottom. Alright. Changing directions again, now that I know what I'm doing. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just guessing. Got it. At least one port. One port. And then does it just slide? There we go. So I just took this front panel off here. So now you can see it's pretty exact where these front fans are going to go. 1, 2, 3 spots. But we're going to put the other one in this top slot here. And I need these screws. Wait, where are those? Are all for the motherboard, right? I think so. So there's little slots down here at the bottom. Once he moves it, so there's little slots down here at the bottom where I can slide my wire through, and that helps with cable management. So I'm going to slide it in through that slot first. I'm putting the fan in place right now. Okay, so that's where I'm going to put it, and then I'm going to use the 4 screws that came with it to tighten it in from one side into the other side. So it just came with these 4 little screws here, and I'm just going to screw it into this top part. Or I guess, yeah, this top part here. Okay? Alright, I'm pushing it up and through. And then there's little holes in the fan top that I can just screw this in without dropping it. I guess I dropped it. Does this screw even fit through? Yeah. So I'm going to push the screw in first and line it up with the hole. And then I'm going to do all 4 first. Ooh, I might need you to set the camera down and just tighten it a little bit. Yep. Just a wee bit. There you go, that's good. Just enough to hold it in. And then get this one. Your head's like completely covering the camera. Sorry. Here, do you want to just tighten that one in? While he's doing that, I'm going to check chat. Nothing new. If you have any questions from chat, just let me know. Remember, !parts. !parts will tell you everything that's going into this build. There's no graphics card. I'm going to pull the GTX 660 from my old computer, which I'm streaming from right now, and put it into this computer. So that's the plan, at least. With my old computer, once I move the graphics card, it's just going to sit until I'm going to try and get a GTX or RTX 3060 Ti, which is currently, since there's this graphics card shortage, not going to be able to get one for who knows how long. And so after that I'm going to put the new GTX 660 into this case, and then I'll move the old, sorry, I keep messing up. I'm going to put I'm going to put the RTX 3060 Ti into this computer, and then put the old graphics card, which is the GTX 660, back into the old computer. I think I put this fan in upside down, but oh well. No one's going to see it. No one's going to know. They're going to know. No one's going to know. They're going to know. Alrighty then. Now we're just going to put this shroud back on. It should just snap into place. Beautiful. You are so beautiful to me. Okay. think we'll leave that part slid out. I'm not taking it back off. Just putting the dust filter back on right now. Oy. Alright, now I think it's back to motherboard time. So before I put the motherboard in, I'm going to install the safety parts, which I gotta find them. Where are all my parts? I'm a mess here. Can you throw that away? Can you throw that away? Can you throw that away? It's a little safety piece that goes on the back I/O where like your HDMI cords go and stuff. Do you see it? You can throw that away. Throw that away. No, it's like a little metal piece. Oh, I see it. It's on the computer. So this, it's in a bag. We're gonna screw this part in before we put the motherboard in. It's right here. And we've got my cat Maui in here to entertain us all. So this piece is just gonna go into the back here. I'll show you now that it's unboxed here. We're just gonna put this piece, which you got your like aux ports and your HDMI cords, display ports, and we're gonna put it into the back in this position right here. So we'll pull this fan cord back in. And it looks like it just snaps in because there's no screws on it, so it should just slide in here. But let's look at the instructions first, just to make sure. Yeah, it looks like it just snaps in. It looks like it's going to snap in from this side. So I'm going to snap it in from the back. No screws required. Just a little bit of patience to line it up. And you snap it in. What's up, TriStars? You win your 5 games of Valorant the other day? We going to be able to play? After I build this computer, I'm probably going to play some Valorant or some game after this, but welcome to the club. How are you looking at both chats? You have them both up. Oh, nice. But welcome. If you want to type in !parts, you can see all the parts that are going into my computer. But thank you for tuning in for the second day in a row. We've already got the motherboard all set up. We've done almost everything to the computer case. I think now it's time to install the motherboard into the case, but I'm just going to double check to make sure that we're doing everything properly. But I think we're good because the 3.5 drive we're going to install my hard drive when we install the power supply. So I think now is the big time, the big reveal. Not really the big reveal, but we're going to install the motherboard into the case. And this is my brother Jared, if you don't know who he is. He's helping me video today. What are you doing right now? Yeah, there's a bunch of cables here. I'm about to move it though to install the motherboard. With the manual. So he's helping me video all of the build here, so I know he's covering up the camera where you can see me, but he's helping do all this for me. And so I'm paying him a little bit to help me film a nice short video for Instagram and stuff. Okay. Ready? Ha. Okay. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's motherboard time. Alright, so we've got our computer case here, which you guys have all seen multiple different times. Okay. Ow, my toe. I just stubbed my toe. Oh, that hurts so bad. My toe. Never stub your toes while you're working on computers. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys the motherboard here. We've already installed the CPU cooler, the RAM on this side, and our Ryzen 3600. So, Jared, I think it's good. So we're just going to slide the camera, not the camera, we're going to slide the CPU motherboard right on in. I think this fan cord right here is going to attach right onto the motherboard system fan as system fan 1, because I think that's where it's going to go. So we're just going to leave that up for now. There's no reason to hide it. Alright, so here goes nothing. We're going to slide. Jared, I don't think you want this shot. I'm putting the motherboard in for good. So I'm just going to slide the motherboard in. I'm going to line it up with the slots that I've made. You ready? Wait, I'm going to grab it from this side. No. Okay. So there's one. It's about as far as it's going to go. I gotta move this cord out. This cord keeps getting in the way. This cord is for the fan that ties into the motherboard. And so it needs to not be hidden right now. So I'm gonna drop it in. You want me to pull it back out? Alright, this last one. Right here. Okay. I'm gonna pull it this way actually. Oops, I don't know what that was. Okay, so I'm just gonna slide the motherboard in right here, and I'm gonna make sure that these ports are lined up with the other ones, okay? You ready, Jared? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're just gonna slide this bad boy in. You can look on this side, and I'm gonna line it up from this angle here. They should just like slide right in there. You see, like these are all gonna line up. So I'm just gonna shove them in there. Did you get that? Yeah. No, it's like locked. Alright, so now everything's lined up and I just gotta screw in the motherboard here. Sorry, my arm was covering it for you, but I'm just gonna screw in. I put in the 7 spacers and now I'm just gonna screw in with the 7 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will just hold in the motherboard into the case. Yeah, that's where the power supply is going to go. Good. Alright, so I'm just screwing in the motherboard here. I think. I didn't feel like it was screwing into anything. It wasn't. Let me line this bad boy up. So there's a little set right here where it'll set in. There we go. Alright, she's set. So there's a little black piece inside this motherboard here. It's in the center of the motherboard. And you just gotta line up the motherboard in that part. And then all the screws should line up exactly. And then you just screw it all in. Don't tighten them too tight on each side. Wait until you've screwed all of them in first. And then you can go back through and tighten them all up. Just like you would with your car. You want to make sure it's all lined up. Oh, sorry. I was cutting you guys off. This is so like rewarding to do. Makes me happy. And I hope it makes you guys happy as well. Because as long as you enjoy the content you make, your viewers should also enjoy the content that you're putting out. Can I get an amen? Amen. Oh, it's Adrian. What's up, Adrian? You missed almost the entire build. I thought you were going to be here right at 3, man. What happened? You played too much Fortnite last night? I thought you were staying up for 24 hours. That's what you said you were gonna do, huh? You said you were pulling out a 24-hour stream, or not a 24-hour stream, 24-hour game, or I don't know what you're doing. You just said you're gonna stay up for 24 hours. I assume that you failed your task. Maybe I'll make you a deal. If I can get 1,000 followers on YouTube, I will do a 24-hour stream. Good thing I'm not even close to 1,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube, so by the time I get 1,000 subscribers, you'll have forgotten, and I won't have to do the 24-hour stream. Is it dead? Yeah, it would. You can check the battery life on it first. Okay. So we just finished up tightening in the motherboard into the case. Can you read the message for me? What did he say? Shane is Adrian. That's his name. You did stay up for 24 hours? Holy cow. You're insane. Alright. I think we're all set to go here. I'm just checking to make sure everything looks okay. I'll stand it up for you guys so you can see here what all it looks like. Look at that. Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? That's a good shot. Alright. Yours is definitely not longer. Well, I'm proud of you for staying up for 24 hours. I'm impressed. And I appreciate that after your nap, you're now able to come here and watch me build this computer. Okay, so I think we're going to connect. Let's do the power supply first. Actually, since I have this set up here, I think I'm going to go ahead and install all of the I/O buttons. So all of these buttons on top are all wired already. They just need plugged into the motherboard so that the motherboard can control all of these power buttons. When I push the power button on the top, it'll say, okay, you're actually turning this on. So I just need to look in the motherboard instruction panel, and it should say it. So there's actually, if you look closely on the motherboard, there's all of these little buttons on the bottom. They say exactly what they are. So one of them says audio 1, RGB 1, system fan 1. What is this one? I don't know what that is. USB 2. Okay, close that window. You got to level 50. That's pretty dope on Fortnite. Hey, now that I've built this new computer, oops, I'm not gonna play the guitar here. Now that I've built this computer, I can now play Fortnite again. Because before, I could not play Fortnite. I could not play Fortnite whatsoever. So I'm actually going to turn this around so you can see what I'm doing here. So all of these wires here connect to the top of this board. And so I'm just going to take all these wires and figure out where they go after I get a nice swig of water. Thank you. So it's a matter of just finding out where all of these cords are plugged into and plugging them in the right spot. It should be fun. And so they're all zip tied in. Oh wait, they might actually say what they are. Oh no, they don't. USB 3.0, HD audio. What is this one? Power SW, power switch, reset switch. Oh, so that's neat. They're all labeled very nicely. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, this must be the fan. So this should be fan 1 and fan 2, or this is the top fan, and this is the bottom fan. So that's really nice. So now I just need to push all of these cords into the case. There's a little hole here in the bottom. And so I'm going to slide all of these cords up through the bottom and plug them into the bottom of the motherboard. So I'm going to rotate this around for you guys. And I'm going to just move these a little bit so that I can see them in the front. I'm actually going to undo some of this twist tie. Any new messages in chat? So I'm going to undo all of these cables and then push them through, and I have more zip ties so that after I get them plugged in, I can just re-zip tie all the cords later. Then I don't have to worry about it. But for right now, I need to make sure I have the correct length. Oh, this one's like super tight zip tie. There we go. I need to make sure they're the correct length. Is McKenna back? What about Jenna and Anna? Okay. Put hard drive in first before doing the cables? Is that what you want? Hard drive before cables? If I'm going to do the hard drive, then I should also do the power supply first before plugging it all in. But I think I'm going to push these cables through first. Because I just need the room. And if I install the hard drive and the power supply... so I'm going to move the cables first so that I can get to the hard drive. All these cables right now are in the way of the hard drive area, so I'm just going to kind of push them up in here. And then I'm going to install the hard drive and then wire up the hard drive and push it in as well. And then I can turn the case over. And I might, while I'm on this side, I might just install the power supply while I'm here. I just need to be able to see up and under. Okay. So I'm just pushing all the cords in through the supply hole right now, basically to just get them out of the way. And then after they're out of the way, I'm going to install the power supply, or not the power supply, the hard drive. 2 terabyte hard drive. So I got a Seagate Barracuda 3.5 inch 2 terabyte hard drive. Where's my knife? I always lose my knife. Ugh. Just a tiny one. Alright, so I'm just gonna open up this box. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. I didn't think it was gonna pop like that. Okay. And it should slide in. There's like little slots down here. I don't know how well you can see some stuff on chat. And this is my hard drive. So we already installed the SSD, but this is our actual 2 terabyte hard drive. So this will be where I store video files on, any of my clips and stuff, so that I can edit. That wasn't a beautiful opening. And so I have cords that came in with the motherboard right here. And so I can use these cords to plug in this to the motherboard. So I have to make sure when I install this that I have the cord port facing out. So it's really not that much of an installation. But so the guy in the blue shirt is my brother. It's not really a blue shirt, but his name is Jared. And he's here to help video some stuff and to help make sure I get some good clips so that I can post a YouTube video of this that's not super long, because I know there will be a lot of people who want to watch this but don't want to go through. Is my mic working? Yeah, I think it's working. I think it's just maxing out. Is my mic good, guys? Okay, I think my mic's good. I was just at a weird angle, sorry. But he's my brother, just helping me film, watch chat, Mom! Alright, guys. We're going to install this hard drive. It's just going down here at the bottom. No, it's blocked. So I'm just going to put it in the middle slot. I don't have two. So it's just going to slide in there nice and easy. I think that goes in there nice. That looks good. My mother is saying hello from vacation, but she didn't take me or my brother with, unfortunately. But I guess we have good reasons to not go because we have work and my little sister's on spring break. And my brother also doesn't get a spring break. Come on now. I heard some screeching tires outside. Okay, I have a question to those people in chat. Does this hard drive just slide in and stay, or is it supposed to stick in there? Because on my other computer it like sticks in. There's little balls here too, like Mickey Mouse balls. Maybe it wasn't really doing anything. Just sitting there. What do you say? He's trying to help me get to 50 subscribers. So if you know anybody else, help me get to 50 subscribers. It's only gonna take one more. Should be plastic things that go around the hard drive. So there's little rubber things that go at the bottom. I thought there was plastic things that go around the hard drive, but it didn't come in the box. Unless I just didn't open it far enough. But it definitely didn't come. Well, this entire thing is not in English. This is just the warranty. Let's look at this here. It could have come with, yeah, there's a little, so I didn't get the slot that came with this, but I think I have extras in my old computer. Because it didn't come with a little plastic slot for me to slide this into. They're in the computer case box. It didn't come in the computer case box. So we're just missing a little part here. And thanks guys for coming to say hi, everyone on YouTube and Twitch. I know I'm out of the screen right now. But yeah, it didn't come with any of the plastic sliders. I got no plastic slider. It didn't come in the computer case, and it didn't come in the hard drive case. So, looks like I'm gonna have to pull out a slider from my old computer. Because lucky enough, it has 3 and I only need to use 1 of them, and only 2 are in use right now. So I'm just gonna pull out the old slider from my computer and plug it into my new one. And yes, I didn't come with one. There's no slider. I promise there's no slider anywhere. Zero sliders. It didn't come in the computer case box, and it's not in the computer right now. Unless this is it. Ah. Let's just ignore the past 20 minutes and we'll just keep going. So it just comes out of the case. I see what you meant now. I'm dumb, I know I'm dumb, okay? But I still don't understand how this fits in. Where's the manual? Oh, there's screws. Guys, if you read instructions, it tells you what to do. Who would know? No, I just didn't read instructions. No. Have I missed anything? I'm glad that my chat is so polite. So my sister's currently locked out. Alright, so right now I'm just putting in this hard drive. It just gets screwed in to the slider, and then I just slide it right on in. And I have, what am I missing? So I have 4 screws here, which is the only 4 screws left of, actually I have a bunch of screws, just kidding. Not those ones, these screws. So I'm gonna use these 4 little hard drive screws. And we're just gonna screw in the hard drive. Did you see what chat said? I'm actually kind of offended by that statement. I don't know how I feel, because I make PB&J all the time. Yeah, this is my hard drive. So I'm just screwing it into a slider. Yep, and then the slider goes right on in. Yeah, McKenna's outside. My wife. She didn't want to say hi on stream. She didn't even say hi to me when she came in. She must be upset with me. My wife's upset with me, guys. She didn't want to come say hi. She saw that I spent a lot of money on a computer. And she wants to buy a lot of clothes. But I told her she needs to give some of her clothes to Goodwill because they won't fit in our closet. But we'll just move on. She can't hear me as long as I whisper. So just don't tell my wife that I told her she has to get rid of clothes before buying new ones. Okay, so I screwed in this by following the directions. It's just 4 screws that go in on the bottom. And then I'm just going to slide it right on in. And we're just going to ignore all the comments in chat about how dumb I am. Because I'm not dumb. I am an engineer who works a lot. Okay, and then I'm just going to take one of these cords here and plug it into the memory slot. Ouch. Ow. I pinched my finger. Don't make fun of me. We have so many cords. I'm just going to plug this cord in to the hard drive. And then I have a question. Should we install power supply next or do that last? You mean couldn't have told me? Okay, so we're just plugging this little slot in. It just clicks in, and then our hard drive is now installed. So I think we do power supply next. Do we do power supply next or plug it all back in? Yes, finally something I got right. But now where's the PCU? Yeah, so this is going to slide into this back port here. Right here. This is where the PSU is going. Power supply unit. We bought 750 watt gold power supply. If you want to know the rest of the parts that went into this computer, hit !parts. And the bot in the chat will tell you everything you need to know. Sorry, I didn't ask you if you want to. Move things around so you guys can see me here. Zyrtec? Why are your eyes? Are you allergic to cats? I have Benadryl. Alright. What does it say? Thank you for hitting !parts. What? What are you doing? My videographer is here commanding me what to do. Even though I'm the one paying him. You ready? I hope you put that audio in. Again, we bought a Cooler Master power supply unit. Here's our power supply cable. And it's fully modular, so here's all the cords, and I'm only going to use the ones that I have to use, and then the ones that I don't have to use, I'm just going to put back in the box and save for later. Woohoo! That's a lot of messages, guys. Thank you for all the chit chat. I appreciate it. Okay, and remember earlier I took off this panel. This is the first thing I took off, and it just goes right here. So after I slide the power supply in, I'm just going to put this little shroud over top of it. So I'm going to take out the power supply.
You only have 2 sticks.
Yeah. I only have 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of RAM, so 16 total. I was running 1 stick of 4 gigabytes and 1 stick of 2 gigabytes. So this is a gigantic upgrade. Alright, so you put it in this side first, because there's your power supply. Where's my user manual? I'm gonna read the user manual. Make sure I'm doing this right, guys. And Jared's gonna block everyone's view. Hey, I had that where I wanted it. Power supply just slides on in, and then the case, the little shroud part is gonna go right over it. So I don't know if Jared, you want to film from this side and it's gonna slide in to the camera. Well, I think you can face it out. Oh, so I'm gonna be over here and you can see my face, and then I'm gonna like slide it in. So I'm just gonna slide this in, and we're gonna get a nice, cool video shot of me looking in through the hole. I'm gonna look in through this hole, and then he's gonna see me on the camera, and then I'm gonna slide this bad boy in. Let me know when you're ready, cameraman. Cameraman Stan. All right, maybe this shot's not gonna work. Yeah, what if you just hold it? Yeah. Also, this is the first time using a 2-camera setup, so here we've got my phone connected via Wi-Fi to OBS, which is a cool feature. It's a free app, and it's actually working really well. And it looks really good. That's this camera right here. Hi, iPhone. And then the webcam that you see in the small corner here is just the webcam that you see every day on stream. And I don't use the phone all the time. Yes, the fan is going to be right side up, right? Or does the fan go down? Fan goes down at all. Does the fan go up or down? You made me second guess myself. This is a power supply. No, that's bigger than your phone. Okay, so maybe this shot won't work. I can look in like this. We good? Can you see my face? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Again? No. Let me try. 3, 2, 1. Come on, cameraman. Ready? Ah. I'll try, yeah. I'll try. You ready? Sorry, my hand might have screwed that up, but all right, power supply is in. I got a text that said to make sure I need a hard surface for a computer to sit on. Oh, that's for later, like during use, I think is what you mean. Does the power supply screw in? Yes, it does. Who's that from? Adrian. All right, see you, Adrian. Thanks for hanging out. Where's my instructor? Fan side is now down. So now we're going to take these last 4 screws and we're going to screw in this base plate, and then it kind of holds the power supply in place. So I'm just going to take this, we're going to screw this in a little bit on the outside first, Actually, maybe I should do it the other way around. Let's screw in the 4 little screws first, and then I can lift it up after it's all screwed in instead of having to lift up the power supply. Because that's going to make life a lot easier. So I'm going to take these 4 little screws and screw them into the power supply. Which is, there's one hole here, 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 and here. And they're just going to go into these holes. Let's just ignore the fact that I'm a really dumb person right now. Yes, the sun is shining bright today, and it's making this room super hot. You can also change that. Oh no, you can't. Not anymore, because my phone's plugged in. Okay, so I screwed this one in because it just kind of slides in like this. So I can screw it in a little bit, slide it in like that. And then I can hold this bad boy in and screw in this front screw. Oops. This front screw is being difficult. Mostly because my hands are sweaty. Which I guess is alright, because then there's no static electricity. As long as I don't get the part super sweaty, they don't have to worry about anything shorting out, which is good. Alright, almost all the pieces are in, and then I'll lift it up and screw it in. Where's my screwdriver? Screwdriver! If you haven't watched Ryan George's video on how tools are made, yeah, I'm just letting the stream know. Go look up Ryan George, how tools got their names, and it is so funny. And you'll learn why a screwdriver is called a screwdriver, why a hammer is called a hammer, why a crowbar is called a crowbar. It's hilarious. It's so funny. So if you haven't watched that already, big shout out to Ryan George. He's like famous, so he probably doesn't care whether or not I'm shouting him out, but maybe he appreciates the little guy. He's also from Canada. That's pretty cool. And he has a cat, just like me, so we're like the same person. Except I don't think he plays video games, so he's not as cool as me. Duh. But he's pretty famous. He does Screen Rant videos also. He does the not how it should have ended. Pitch meetings, Screen Rant pitch meetings. You're good. I don't know if I should have screwed this in just yet, because now I have to work on plugging everything into the power supply. I think I was led wrong, because now I have a super tight area of how to plug things in. I should have done that after I plugged in all the pieces. I feel led astray. But actually I can just unscrew this and slide it out. Look at that. Makes life easy. I need a bigger screwdriver. So since it's fully modular, it didn't come with all of the pieces slotted in like right off the bat. So I have to unscrew this just a little bit, and then I'll plug in all the parts, and then we'll hook it all up. So all of my computer parts are somewhere. There's a bag of them somewhere. Here they are. Where's what? Yeah. There's the thick boy. All right. So I'm just opening up. So now I have all of my cords here that are gonna hook into the power supply. And one's gonna go into the motherboard also. So first thing I'm gonna do is figure out what needs power. So the things that need power, you'll probably only need 3 cables plugged in. I need to find, where's the power supply box? Did it come with a warranty thing? So many papers. Guys, when you build your computer, make sure you stay more organized than I am. What are you doing? Better be a cool shot, because it's loud. Alright, I need to figure out what plugs in where. This is the fun part. I don't even know where to start. There's so many cords. Let's just go one by one. I'm sitting on a cord right now. I mean, I'm not sitting on it, but my computer is sitting on it. Okay. Let's do the little guys first. So I'm going to stick the little guys through. And, well, how should I do this? The little guys plug into the motherboard. Sorry, you guys probably can't see what I'm doing. These little guys all plug into the motherboard. There's the power switch, the lights. No. These will stick through the bottom because they all plug in on the bottom of the motherboard. Yeah, the front, they go into the motherboard over here. They go into the bottom section. So we've got audio 1 on the left side, USB 1 on the other. Let me find, what'd you do with the big book? Ooey. Alright. We're gonna look and see where everything gets plugged in. But it says on the motherboard where they go. So, that's loud. Because you can see the bar. Oh, okay, I guess they can't hear it. They just have my voice. Why does it keep pausing the music? I want you guys to have music forever. I wonder if there's a way to turn off so the music doesn't pause. Okay, so I have a diagram of where all the wires are going to go in. And so we're going to start just looking at these wires and figuring out where they go. So this one is the reset switch. And according to this, the reset switch goes... I have no idea where it goes. Alright, that was a bad one to start with, I guess. There's got SATA. Let's just go to the next one. Power switch. Where do all these switches go? Alright, I'm just going to bookmark this page. Maybe it's not on this page. Oh, they're a little bitty. JFP1 and JFP2. Okay, so they're right in the middle. So right in the middle you have your power LEDs, your power switch, your HDD LED, and then your reset switch. Okay. So these are going to go, these 4 cables right here, we've got, I just read them off, the power LED, we've got our HD LED, our reset switch, and we need the power switch, which is this guy, power switch. And they're all in the middle of the motherboard, so there's a little hole under here. And I'm going to stick them in through this little hole, and then I'll turn it around for you guys. And you probably won't be able to see it very well, but I'm going to go ahead and plug those bad boys in. So I'm going to turn this around. So you can see all of these ones here, all of these power switches here, and then you can look on this booklet here, and it should say, it tells me that where'd they go? The JFP1 I've got on this booklet, it says that the front panel connectors go in this middle slot, the JFP1 and JFP2. So they go down to this bottom. And I don't need to remove the motherboard to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug these bad boys in. So I can see here they're all labeled here. I can see it says JFP1. And so I can see that the JFP1, the top 2 are going to be the power LEDs. So I just got to find the power LEDs here. which maybe they didn't go through. Did they not go through? Power LEDs. Okay, so I have the power LED positive and negative. So JFP1, the power LED positive is going to go on the top left side. So we're going to put positive on the top left. Well, let's do bottom first. Bottom is the HDD LED. And we have the plus side is going to go on the left, and the minus side is going to go on the right. And so I got to flip this bad boy over and plug it in. What? Hold on. What are you saying? No, it says positive and negative on them. Yeah, I can just line them up that way. Okay. Yeah, they have positive and negative on it. All right. Bye. All right. Here's just making sure that I had the positive and negatives on the right side. So I've got the HDD LEDs plugged in. Now let's look at the reset switch right here. So the reset switch doesn't have a positive and negative, so that's an issue. Oh, this one does have an arrow on it. Hey, timeouts for beer. Which way is the arrow positive, or is the arrow pointing towards the positive, or is the arrow pointing towards the negative? Let's see if I can find it. I don't think it's going to be in here. It's going to be in the case one. Arrow is positive. Okay. So where are we? That's weird that the first one had no arrow and had actual positive and negative. Okay. So the positive is going to go on the right this time, and the negative is going to go on the left. So I'll plug that bad boy in. I've got the positive and negative diagram up on the hard drive manual. Oops, I missed that. There's like an extra switch on the bottom that I accidentally plugged it into. I'm probably going to be plugging stuff in for a while. I don't know if you want to film those or not. Power LED positive is going to go top left. Yeah. I can go call you over if you want to go hang out with your friends. I'm not paying you for this part though. Power switch, power LED negative goes in on the right side. Sorry if I'm covering your guys' view. There's like no way for me to get a good camera in here. So I'm just going to slide this bad boy in. I'll try to do this as fast as possible without messing things up. The last one is the power switch, and the arrow is on the left side, and the power switch needs to be plugged in on the left side, so I just slide that right on in. Should be pretty easy. Although, as you know, nothing in life is easy. Alright, those four are wired in and ready to go. So I'm just going to pull those cords out a little bit, and I might use a zip tie on the back to kind of hold all those together, but I'll do that later. Alright, what's next, guys? What's next? We've got our HD audio port. So we're going to look in here, find our where the HD audio port goes in. It might say on here HD audio. I've got my JAUD1, maybe that's it. Let me check chat here, make sure anybody's saying anything. So now I just gotta find where that part's gonna go. Let's look at the user manual. Left bottom. Yeah, is it J odd 1? I think that's what it is. Auto mode, those are the fans. Chassis, LED, BIOS. Oh geez, I went too far. So I think it goes in the bottom left side. Where did I already feed that through? I haven't fed it through yet. Alright. So there's a little part on this bottom side all the way over here on the left side. And so I can just feed it through the hole on that left side. And this port lines up exactly with this bottom left audio port, so I can just slide that right on in. Thanks for helping me out, those in chat. Alright, so our HD audio is plugged in. Let's see what's next. We don't need to worry about the fans right now. That's our hard drive. What is this? USB 3.0. USB 3.0. USB 3.2 Gen 1 connector. I assume that's it. What'd you say? Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I actually don't know all the words to that song. It's not bad. So there's the USB 2, USB 1. Where's the USB 3 port? Let's find the sockets that line up directly. Okay, I see it. It's here on the bottom right side. Let's feed it through. There's not much room that I have to work with here, so we're going to feed it through this right side. Oh no, if it'll fit. I don't think it'll fit. Okay, we'll feed it through the front here. And then there's a little slot, and it'll just line up directly with that slot, and I can slide it in. And we just push it real good. I think that went in. I heard a little click. Alright, so there's our USB, and now we can connect our hard drives. I know where those go. Those go on the bottom right, so I can plug in our one hard drive that we have. I can slide that in through the bottom. And let me make sure there's a 1 and 2 slot, a SATA 1 and 2, so it looks like that's the bottom left one. So we'll go in the bottom left SATA port. And the directions say to not bend that at a 90-degree angle, so I'm just going to put this in through the side as well. And just put that one in. I guess the SATA slots don't matter for numbering, so that's fine. But let's still make sure we don't put it in at a 90-degree angle. And just get a nice, good piece of wire and slide that in on the left side. Should have a nice little click. Click. Alright, and then we'll connect these two ports together to make sure we get some good cable management. Alright, all that's left now is 2 fans. So let's look on the motherboard and see where these 2 fans go. Buzzer, speaker. USB 2. Fan connectors, okay. Pulse width modulation mode or DC mode. Fan connectors, a constant 12V output. Can be automatically. The auto connectors can automatically detect mode, however you can follow the instructions. So one's in the top right. Well, there's 2 portions in the top right that I can connect these into. So I've got 3 fan connections, and it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total that I can connect to. So I'm just going to feed these ones in again through the side port right here. And we'll plug them into the system fan. So we have sys fan 3. So let's see if we can find. Does order matter? I don't think it does. I see sys fan 3 and 4. Sysfan 1, there we go. Well, I'll use this one for Sysfan 1. We'll plug that one in. This fan 1. So this fan 1 will be, oh wait, that doesn't work. That's the 3-prong. Are these 3 prongs? The assist fans, oh I guess, oh because they need a power switch, right? So they'll go in on the left 3. Should just slide in, yeah, there we go. Maybe. So there we go. Got the rear fan hooked up. Let's hook you up here. This fan 4, we're gonna hook up, so numbering doesn't matter. I think I got that. Okay, just kidding, we gotta move. So I've got one cord that's too short and won't reach the top, so I gotta unplug this fan. And we're gonna plug the shorter one into the bottom. Here we go, there's 4. And okay, last fan here. Plug this bad boy in. Struggle bussin'. Alrighty, there's 4 fan 3. Maybe, come on. My fingers are too small. There we go. You leaving? Bye. You should leave me a cookie. Okay, thank you. Everyone say bye to my sister. She wants everyone to go follow at Anime Sunshine. Anime Sunshine Shop on Instagram. And she said thanks to everyone who goes to follow her. Alright, all that's left is power. Everything's plugged in. Our hard drive's plugged in. All of our fans are plugged in. Motherboard is plugged in. All our I/O slots are plugged in. Our audio's plugged in. So I think all that's left is power. I think we're good. I think we are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll boot her up. Boot her up real good. What am I missing here? I need to figure out where the power slots are. Power connectors. Alright, so I have 3 power connectors, it looks like. One in the top left here, CPU power, so that's a 4-slot one. So let's see if I can find, you want to find the one that matches up with that. So that would be this one, looks like it would work. And then we've got this one, which would be our ATX power, so this one will go on this right side here. As our big power supply, this one plugs into the back. Sorry, I thought you guys could see that. So again, this one plugs into the back. We'll plug in the 4-port into the top left, and then we'll plug this one into the top right. And then we need our power for our hard drive, which I don't know where that one connects to. Not quite sure. Let's see if I can find it here. Let's just do the powers, the ones I know first, to get those out of the way, because I know where those can go pretty easily. So I'll plug this one into the back of the power supply here. I can pull it out and show you. So we've got, this is our big boy that's going to plug in right there, and then we'll need to plug in these 2 slots as well. So we'll plug in that one and that one into the back here. They slide in perfectly. Alright, and then we'll plug in this one, this cord, which will go into the back of the power supply as shown, and we know that it plugs in. This one has 2 connections here, so this says CMPSU, And we know that's going to go on the top because it says CPU power up there. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where the power supply booklet went. Pretty sure that's where it goes. I don't think anyone's correcting me, so we should be good to go. So CPU, CPU, CPU. Wait, maybe I don't need to use that one. I'm almost done. I'm just plugging up all the power and then we'll boot it up. Huh? Yeah. It's gotta let a lot of stuff load. I gotta let a lot of stuff load. No, I'll probably take a break. I need some water, go to the bathroom. All that fun stuff. Well, it's hot in here. I'm not sure where Maui went. CPU IE. Yeah, Maui's not been too bad. I need help with this power supply, guys. Let's see. So this one was easy. These connectors. So maybe do I just need 2 connectors here? Maybe I do just need these two connectors. So I think these four slots. CPU, CPU, CPU. Oh, I thought you already left. I thought that's why you said bye. I didn't mean to do that. Whee! Yeah, I'm looking for power for the hard drive. Is that the PCIe? That'd be the little guy. Where's the power slot? Where's the... Oh, I think that's this one. Where is it going? There's 4 little slots. There's 1 big slot. Where's the power to the power supply going? Connection to the hard drive. I don't see the connection that's going to go into the hard drive. I've got the 2 CPUs. I don't have a hard drive connection. Interesting. I did buy the fully modular power supply. And there's no cords missing. Oh, here they are. Jared, did you put these over here? Alright, so somebody hid the power supplies from me, aka my cameraman. I'll go back and watch the VOD and we'll see what the VOD says. Alright. Confusion is over. Alright, so we have our hard drive port, which is just this little slider that slides into the back of the hard drive. I don't know whether this slides into this. Oh, those are all SATAs. Okay. So the hard drive gets the SATA power. We'll plug it into the top ones. So there's our hard drive. There's the motherboard. And I guess it doesn't matter which one goes into the CPU. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm still just plugging stuff in. So I've got the one big one that goes on the right side. And then I've got a 4 slot which is going to go on the top. But I think we're good. I don't know which power supply is going to go in the top 4. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just weird that there's 2 slots on these ones. I would think with a fully modular one, they would just give me 1. I don't know. What do you guys say? I think it just goes in the top. But I don't know where. So I've got the 2 slot one here. I know where this plugs in. This is the right cord shape I need. But I guess I just have an extra one. Oh, does it go to the graphics card? Is that for the graphics card? I think it's for the graphics card, guys. But I don't think that would reach. Yes, it would reach. Alright. We're doing it. CPU, CIE. Put that in. Alright. All our power supplies are now connected. Sorry that took forever. We're going to slide them all in through this back slot here. And then I'm going to pull them in through the side. It should screw in. And we'll slide this in on the side of the PCU here. Just like I showed you guys how we were doing earlier. I'm going to pull them all out the back, and then you'll see me slide them in on the front. Let me pull it all out here. It's all getting jammed up in the back. We'll put it in. Alright, now I'm going to start pulling them in through the side here. You'll see it come through. We want it actually on the upper part. And we'll turn it this way. Give it a good angle. Oh, give me more, please. Thank you. Turn this around. Bring it around town. And we clip her in. Oops. Carefully. Without bending any of the pieces. Looks like we're in. Do you hear Maui? Maui? Oh, I hear my cat crying. I won't show you guys this, but I'm gonna plug in the hard drive in the back. Ouch! After stepping on all the cords. You guys won't be able to see it anyways. But it just plugs in right next to the SATA port. Okay, and the last one, since we're not running the GPU right now, I'm just going to plug in this cord at the top. Top here. Well, let me make sure. Maybe this is for the graphics card. Let me read my text. We're just plugging in the last of the power supplies here. You need power to your motherboard, your GPU, your CPU, and your hard drive. Okay, so plugging in the CPU now. Pull it out a little bit. Oh wait, there's a spot at the top for that. What am I doing? This is the final connection. And then we'll plug it all in together. We'll boot her up. I gotta stick it back through. So there's actually, I'm gonna do some cable management here. There's a little slot in the top left that I can push this through and push my one CPU port through. But for some reason it's not coming through here. Huh? Yeah, on the bottom. I mean, you can lift up the camera for me. Looks like Adrian just got back. We're just making the last connection to the CPU here. Our CPU port. Give it a good bend. I think this is the right bend. I don't see a little clip in there. Oh, but I feel it. So there's a little bend at the top, so I'm going to flip this around here. There we go. And then pull it down. And it should just clip right in on the top left. There we go. Just plugged in. Nice and tight. I'm I'm going to screw in this power supply now. So I'll turn this around so you can see what I'm doing a little bit. What? Oh, sorry. So I'm just going to screw in these bottom parts here. And then we'll plug her in. I think we're good to go. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm not going to do any cable management on screen. I'll probably take a little break after this. Those are extra cables that I'll save for later. Yes. Tighten all this up. I think we're good. If I don't get a text message in the next couple seconds, I'll assume that I am good. That I am good to push the power button. Jared was mean to my cat. All of a sudden I hear my cat start meowing. So I unplugged my monitor here, and I have, what'd you do with my Windows installer? Oh, I see it. Okay, so I plugged in my CPU, I plugged in my hard drive, I plugged in my motherboard, I plugged in all of my fans, I plugged in all of my I/O ports, and I'm about ready to plug in the power supply. I've got a monitor here that I'll set up for you guys too, so you guys can see the screen. We'll see how it loads. Careful now. Alright. I can load up the computer without the CPU. Or without the GPU. I don't need the GPU to run my computer. Huh? Put this in? Yeah.
That's like minus that, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't need the, you don't want this side. Okay. So, like that. My CPU doesn't have a dedicated graphics output. Good. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, I'm whipping, and then I'm going forward. And then I'm gonna insert my Windows driver here. 3, 2, 1. Oops, it has to be this way. What the heck? Alright, you ready? Inserting now. Wasn't the best insert, but ready? 3, 2. That's all you get. Okay. I guess it doesn't have a dedicated graphics output. Are you sure? There's a HDMI port in the back of this motherboard. Do I really need a graphics card for this? I can't run this without a graphics card? Hello?
You're gonna have to end your stream because you can't do anything else at this point. You have to have your graphics card plugged in.
There's no way to do this without the graphics card?
No, because if you had a different CPU that has a dedicated graphic card with our dedicated onboard graphics, but you don't.
Okay.
You can't do anything at this point.
Okay.
You can't troubleshoot if anything. You have to.
Yeah.
Do it on phone or something. I don't know.
No. I could maybe stream from the phone. That's a good idea. I'll figure it out. Bye. He just didn't say anything. Right now the stream is gonna go on until we get this all figured out here. Why are you so cold and tired? Do you need to take another shower? So I gotta pull out the graphics card from my computer. Oh my goodness. Hello? What?
Did you not hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, okay. I sounded like you didn't hear me.
No, I heard you. I'm gonna stop the stream,
Okay.
I think.
Call me once you're done.
Okay. What'd you say? Oh, maybe. Okay, so in order for me to finish this build, I'm gonna have to uninstall the graphics card from my old computer and reinstall it onto here. And so I'm going to end the stream now. We're gonna take a little break, a little intermission, and I'm gonna uninstall this graphics card, and then I'll stream from the phone still so you can see the build and this kind of setup, and then we'll go from there. So I think we'll come back at, let's say, 6:30-ish after I get everything set up. I'll load the stream back up here. Actually, it might be longer now that you think about it, because once the graphics card out of here, I cannot stream from this computer. It won't work. So it'll be a little bit later. I'm going to do some troubleshooting. Unfortunately, I didn't have 2 graphics cards to use here. So thank you guys for tuning in for this first half. We're going to go into a second half here in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. Stay tuned. I'll let you guys know. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Peace.